It starts with a wizard. He is old and he is wise, and though he is small, there is strength in his size. The Goliath from the west, he's not smart, but he is strong. The Flagon Slayers, this is their song. Now the warlock, he's lost all the memories he had, 'cause to deal with a demon when seemingly bad. And the druid on his quest to save the shadow plane. When you hear tortured souls, you'll remember his name. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on. The cleric, she heals in the light of the moon. She wants to find purpose, it'll come someday soon. Then the rogue draws his sword, metals clashing again. When it comes to a duel, he will always win. They're the Flagon Slayers, they drink and they fight. They're the Flagon Slayers, by day or by night. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on.
It's been a little bit. So, we got the group here. Abby is taking the week off. And we've got the boys. It's only the boys.
The boys.
The boys.
The boys are back. The boys are back.
So, we're probably not going to get anything done, just so you guys know.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So, in case you missed a few weeks ago, the party has decided to divide and conquer the great houses of Kraghammer, and have sent 2 groups of delegates to 5 of the families. Animus, Cirrus, and Zygon going as 1, and for some reason, Anzu and Thea going as the other. And that will be where we begin tonight's session. So, the way that this is going to work, guys, is we're going to go... You guys go to one house, and then it goes to the other group, which in this case, the other group is just Anzu or you guys, and then we'll go back and forth here to kind of do more narrative cohesion here. And also it kind of eliminates the, like, walking to other places, because, you know...
And then we'll get distracted by, like, mushrooms or some shit.
What was the name?
Special cave mushrooms.
What was the name that you guys came up with for our group last time? Like when you like pulled us in secret to go do the thing that Lanaris asked us to do, and
that Anzu does not know about.
That Anzu does not know about.
I'm sure it was Team something.
Right. We'll come up with something new, or I'll go back and look.
Star.
Team just good enough.
Maybe question mark. Good
Put that
enough.
on a t-shirt.
Yeah, Team good enough.
Maybe.
You know, that would probably sell really well. If
you
like a jersey.
Anzu's
Nobody
thing...
steal that.
That's ours. Trademark.
Trademark.
Anzu and Thea are supposed to warn Lanaris about what is happening in Westron. That is what it was.
Mm-hmm. Is that our team name? Because that's a long team name.
That is a pretty long team name. Gonna have to clean that one up.
I apologize in advance. Zach's been drinking all day.
What is the...
We're feeling good.
What is the word for... Oh, it's remorse. No, that's not it. Anyway.
Remote
anyway.
Controller.
So, you guys are in your groups now. You're still in the hotel. You guys kind of are gonna have to figure out, like, who you need to talk to, where you need to go, stuff like that.
Does the hotel have a pool, Jacob?
Oh,
Yes,
God.
it does.
But it has a bar.
It has a bar and a pool. It's pretty nice. I would say it's like a 5-star. You guys could always go back to the bar.
Do we need to go back to the bar after what just happened in the bar?
That's up to you.
No.
I think we should head on out and
Yeah.
talk to the houses.
The thing I laid out 5 minutes ago is what you think you should do?
That's the one.
Yep, sounds about right.
Okay, so what time is it, Jacob, in the afternoon?
With the shenanigans with the goblin drug test.
The goblin drug test.
I forgot about that.
I didn't do.
I would say it's probably about 3, but again, you guys are inside a mountain.
Jacob,
so
would you say it's high noon?
God.
No,
damn
I
it.
literally didn't say that.
That's what I heard.
Of all the times
No.
to throw that out there, 3 p.m. was not the right one.
I was gonna leave.
All right, stream's over. Thanks for watching.
Stream's over.
everybody.
Get out of here. It's hard to tell what time it is in the mountain because you guys are like in the you guys have been. The city itself is carved into a mountain. So it's about 3. You guys can see in the hotel because the lobby is like a giant magical atrium that you can see like through the mountain. But yeah, it's around 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
That mountain time.
Yeah.
So
it's currently
2 o'clock
in
for
Lon.
you guys.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so
That was a good one, Brady.
That was very
Right.
good.
I'm gonna act like we're still having the same conversation we had 3 weeks ago, even though I have no idea how we ended it.
Yep.
We put our hands in and we did like a team whatever.
Go
I don't
team.
remember what the team was.
Flagon Slayers. Alright, so that settles it. Myself, Cirrus, and Zygon will go to houses Bronze Grip, Glorindar, and Greyspine, Anzu and Thea. You will go talk to Thunderbrand and Zurtham, and you are also trying to meet up with Linares and warn her about what is happening in Westren. That it is dangerous and Thea had a vision.
Western is dangerous, and Thea had a vision.
Exactly.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Break. I don't know who wants... I don't know where these... Oh, here's... Sorry. I spent all morning going over maps of the city, and then I didn't give you guys
That's
a
true, he did.
I will hand Anzu and Thea a map of the houses that they are going to go to and the easiest pathways to get there, as well as some secondary pathways in case something happens that may be dangerous, considering we're being hunted by so many different groups of people right now.
Okay, I will send you guys a map of the layout of the city again. So just as a reminder, you guys are in the top slab, which is called the Arch, and then most of the houses are found in the center slab, the Heart, which is where like a lot of the upper level people are of the city, and then the Pit is like a quarry that they're kind of digging out, and then House Greyspine is found in the Keystone Quarry. So you guys will have to go down there. So the way that this works is the first level here going into the second level, so going from the top slab to the center slab, is a basically like this giant spiral, like a drill almost. Going from the center slab to the Pit, or the bottom slab, is elevators, like old school, like coal mine elevators. Yeah, not any sort of claustrophobic at all. But yeah, so what do you guys want to do? Which family do you want to go for first?
We should save the one that's in the lower bit, the Keystone
Greyspine?
Quarry. I think we should save that for last.
Okay, we'll save the Greyspine quarry for last.
And that leaves.
Can we just fuck up the name every time we say it? Is that the meme?
Yeah, so
I don't even think you guys do it on purpose. It's just how you guys are.
Is Bronze Grip or Glorindar closer to us?
So Glorindar would be probably the closest.
Maintains law and manages the carver. What are the carvers of like the stone? They're like actual carvers?
The carvers are like the police force.
Ah! Okay. So that's a good thing to put in our heads. This may be the first one will maybe be Sirius's speech. we all actually have one that we want to go for. Which one's closer for Anzu and Thea to start with? Thunderbrand or Zerthon?
That's up to Anzu.
Okay.
They're both relatively close.
Okay.
Anzu's got his little legs though, so it's gonna take him a little bit of time to get there.
Maybe go to Anzu and Thea, maybe you go to Zerthon first. And remember that they are the house for architecture and masonry in the city. So if there's, that could help you in different conversations with them. And then go to Thunderbrand after possibly failing Zerthon, because Thunderbrand is the house of magic. And
all things magic.
And that's where I think you could excel.
Hey, don't blame me. This is in Matt Mercer's words. This is his world we're playing in.
We will start off with Glorindar, which maintains the law and manages carvers. Then we will go to Bronze Grip, which maintains the Bronze Grip metalworks with smithing and metalwork. And then finally end in the Greyspine Quarry, where the house Greyspine is. And each of us will have a chance. Each of us will have a chance to find. Each of us will have a chance to find out if we can get one of these houses to join the Elysian and be able to take down the 5 when the war comes.
Jacob?
Yes.
I would like to build a pocket watch before I go.
Okay, that'll take you... Let's see. It's not going to take you too long. I would say this is one of his gnomish abilities. It's called gnomish tinkering. I'll say it'd probably take you about an hour.
The first time in, what is it, 3.5 years. And Anzu's like, you know what? Maybe I want to tinker something. Maybe I just want to tinker something.
He's done it before. It's just been... I've never, called it out.
I've never used it on a pocket watch. I know that. I've built other stuff. So this place I'm going to, do I know if it's just like a person I'm speaking with, or am I trying to please like a couple of people?
So the houses, the way they work, is there's a head of the house, and they kind of decide major decisions, and then of course there's like a bureaucracy around each house that kind of filters things and does the day-to-day stuff. But you actually know the head of House Thunderbrand.
But I'm not going to that one first.
You don't have to if you don't want to, no. But you do know Cornelius. He was the 4th member of your adventuring party back in the day. It was you, him, Linares, and I am blanking on his name.
One guy.
Velshanar,
yeah.
And Titania was with us.
Well, yeah, that too, but she's... The Fae are weird. For her,
She's
don't know
a god,
for her, it's...
It was a play.
Yes, she technically was part of your...
It was a game for her.
Well, that's
it was
just
part of
Fae
her.
in general.
It was part of her gaining more story for her extremely long, exhausting.
It's kind of
plays.
like... So, that trip for her was kind of like when Amish do Rum Spring. It was like, I'm going to leave the Feywilds for a little while and do this cool stuff, and then go back to the Feywild. But yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna... I mean, do I know... The guy I'm gonna go see, the architecture guy, does he have a wife?
You aren't sure.
Probably.
You probably have to. I
You
mean,
can ask
you
Drakor.
can assume that a great house would most likely want to perpetuate its house. So the head of the house is most likely married, or at least like a widower, or a widow, depending on if the head of the house is male or female.
You can also, if you need anything, ask Drakor because he will get anything he can for us. And he's
It's
just
true.
and
He's your Alfred.
Yeah, he's our Alfred, and he's just standing outside the door. So
Fucking bitch. All right. I'm gonna build a pocket watch and a music box.
Okay, that'll
Like
take
a
you a
little
little bit more
baby
time.
music. Yeah,
I would say about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how well you roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Drakor
So-
also should be coming back soon with some nicer clothes for us. If we decide to need them.
It's true.
I gave him 100 gold. I don't know if he's back yet, Jacob.
It's not been super long since you did that, so
No. We can say we wait about an hour though, just till it gets a little later in the
that would
afternoon.
allow Anzu to finish his tinkering project too.
Yeah, let's have some of the champagne that was sent up randomly from the desk
Yeah, for some reason.
for some reason.
Eh.
Mm,
I'm gonna-
I don't know. Depends. Do you even know what vintage it is?
Anzu, you can check the label if you want.
I would love to check the label of this.
For what?
All right.
Flagon is our mate. And when we drink with Zygon, he puts it down in 8, 7,
6,
5.
So, Anzu,
Four.
the label is dated only a few months prior. This isn't. This is like the stuff the cheap stuff that they don't actually use and they reserve for like if there's a problem or if there's like a newlywed couple that comes in and wants to feel fancy or whatever. It's nothing insane.
So this is like Schnucks brand.
Yeah, or like Zinfandel, or
Do I want to get us drunk before we do this? Because
Insert
I can
brand
always
here.
add
yeah,
some of
insert
that.
cheap brand here.
I can always add some of that old
Like,
elven wine that's turned to molasses into this drink, and then really get some stuff going.
Jeez.
Molasses, kinda good. Kinda
how about
good.
you guys get your drink on? I'm gonna go take a nap and lay down for about an hour. Then I'll come back.
I don't know if you should go to sleep, Zygon. Every time you do, something happens. Usually one of us gets another demon.
You know, that's kind of a fair point, actually.
It's hard to argue with those facts.
Fine.
As the
I'll
guy
have
who
a nap.
made a deal with a Baylor
Well, let's.
instead of giving up magical items.
How about this for the next? While Anzu's finishing that, and Drakor's bringing up Anzu's new white cloak, and then a couple extra nicer pairs of clothes for us, we can go over the map, go over the city, and go over a couple things, and then we can time jump, Jacob, and that's what happens.
What is this time jump you speak of? I want you role playing every second. No, I'm just kidding.
Role play the nap. We'll have-
As I
You
sit
have
there,
any
just-
sevens.
as I
Tucks
sit
himself
there
in,
on the
little
balcony,
sleeping cap.
looking over the possibly fake mountain scenery,
May or
I
may not be.
am sipping on my champagne, looking down at my map for a few seconds, looking back up at the scenery, drawing a few more
Man,
drawings.
it's like
on
I'm
the
listening to a Lord of the Rings audiobook.
map.
No shit.
And then I pull out my old book into the chest and back again by Animus.
Gosh, dang it. Okay.
The long,
So-
the long but not forgotten book.
We'll say that the hour passes.
Scale.
You guys can also like get a short rest even if you're not like sleeping.
Yeah.
So this technically qualifies as a short rest.
Alright, that's what I was concerned about after all my shenanigans.
Eventually, you hear a knock on the door.
I answer it. We have a.
Hello?
I walked. Wait, is there a door we can open, or is it just a portal that he walks into? I go open the door.
Yeah, so you go to open the door and a portal appears. Good evening, sir. I have the clothes you requested.
Thank you so much, Drakor. And do I owe you anything
Now,
extra?
I do have one minor thing, sir.
Hey, come over here. What?
While it is true,
What is
sir,
going on? What's happening?
that there are dwarves here, sir. Yes, but I could not find a appropriate cloak for your gnomish friend. So I had to go to the children's section.
Shh. We don't just pull off the tag and don't
I
say
also
anything
could
else.
not find a wizard cloak. So I picked this sundress, white, and I believe it will work with a few modifications. I am so deeply sorry, sir. If I had more time, I could most likely find a tailor that would make something to your specifications. But this is a nice sundress. We can get rid of the ruffles on the shoulders if you would like. But I can also return it if need be.
I don't know what to do right now. Does anyone have any spells to alter the appearance of equipment and clothing? Anzu. For no question that you need to know why, I just need you to answer if you can fix clothing and make it look correct.
Do I look like a fucking tailor?
Well, you're wearing a dress. So
Did you think that was funny, hurting my feelings?
no, I was asking if you had that spell.
I don't think there's a tailoring spell.
I have cure wounds.
I don't think that works on mental damage.
This guy's
You could prestidigitate it, right?
Yeah, but that's temporary. That doesn't last forever.
Gotta concentrate real hard.
Unless you
on
put me in your pocket over and over and over to...
well, surely Anzu could prestidigitate.
Or he can disguise self, too. Like, he could just make an illusionary pair of he could go in naked.
Drakor,
You could
Drakor,
just wear
come.
the, you just wear the
Drakor.
dress.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Is there any like outfits for like a small lad, maybe like a little lad, like a little cap and like a nice waistcoat?
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Jeez. There might be, sir, but I don't believe the shops will be open at this point.
Okay, if you could just give Anzu the dress and we'll be all good, don't worry.
I'll just leave all the clothing here, sir, and you can divide it as you wish.
Of course, of course.
Is that all, sir?
Yes, thank you, Drakor. And that was enough money, and then maybe it was there...
Yes, sir.
And you can keep the change
I
for
gave
tip?
myself a very considerable tip, sir.
That's fair. I will allow this, and I will tip you better in the future as well. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Steps out. Portal closes.
Anzu,
Yeah.
Drakor brought you a very fine outfit. In Dwarvish community, of course.
Make a deception check.
I have no dice.
But welcome to D&D, Caleb.
Deception
Natural
check
one.
failed.
Oh my gosh. I have no dice.
Hold on, let me find one that I can roll real quick.
You're
Yep.
the
called
kind
a
of guy that would
D20.
put your Legos out of the bucket one at a time, or would you dump all your Legos out on the floor?
Oh, gotta dump them Legos.
Nah, fuck that, dude. One bag at a time.
Gotta dump them Legos.
Uh-huh.
One bag at a time.
It's gonna be a.
Just one at a time.
That's gonna be a
I was lazy.
13.
Anzu, if you wish, you can make an insight check.
I'll make an insight check
Okay.
because I have advantages on insight check.
Oh God.
Find him out. Find him out.
The 17.
Oh God.
As Animus describes how this is like traditional dignitary attire in Kraghammer, you know that he's just covering for the fact that this is a small dwarf child's sundress.
You said this is part of their custom, did you?
Dracor, it's a fucking dress. I don't know.
Are we in the same room together?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are still in like the main room of the hotel room.
Anzu, it's your dress robes.
It's your dress robes.
I'm sure
it
that
would
the
match your eyes.
dignitaries that we're going to see to save the world are going to love this. Let me go take it out really quick. I'll be right back.
It is white, to be fair. That's all Dracor could do, apparently. And he
And
took
you got
it.
the color and the size.
It's big fun. I'll look absolutely fabulous in it. Oh, they'll love it.
We do need you to somehow persuade these houses to join us, so I don't know if wearing a sundress is going to help that or not, but it can't hurt, right? I don't know.
I think you look dashing.
Oh, this is part of their customs, isn't it?
No, I already admitted it's just a sundress.
Oh, it's your dress robes. Robes.
Well, Sierra
He
wants
forgot
to
the
say
last
it's-
word.
Yeah, it's the dress
That-
robes, apparently.
Dress robes. Smells like your Aunt Tessie.
Not your Aunt Tessie.
Harry Potter jokes for you guys.
It smells like my Aunt Tessie.
Thanks, Jacob.
You guys and your jokes. There's so many bad puns and just dad jokes tonight.
Welcome to my life.
Welcome to the
Welcome
boys.
to my life.
Good one.
So you guys now have your nice attire. Zygon did not need new attire because he is the captain. Is your camera out of focus, Zach?
It's doing a thing.
There you go.
The sun is...
Yeah, the sun's messing with it. So,
Wait, what does everyone else's outfits look like?
what would you want them to look like?
You're the one that bought the clothes.
Oh, no, I told him to go pick them out and then bring back whatever he could find that was nice. Well, Zygon...
So Zygon, of course, looks like Captain Crunch.
Yep, Zygon still has a captain's outfit. I still have my first mate's outfit in my bag that I can put back on. I think I actually specifically said Zygon was good and then to buy 4 other outfits. So what did he get for Thea?
So Thea's is kind of like this.
It's also a sun.
It's also a sundress. It's all
Matching.
sundresses, matching.
the way down.
Mommy and daughter sundresses.
Okay, that could work
Yeah.
though. So
It
Thea,
actually kind of...
Thea and Anzu have matching white sundresses. Zygon, of course, is wearing his captain's outfit. I have a nice pair of clothes that just kind of looks like a finer gentleman's clothes, but I will be wearing my first mate's.
First maid.
First maid. Maid of honor.
Go
First
at
maid.
first mate's outfit. And Cirrus, what did he get?
So Cirrus, yours is like this really nice fine leather thing, and as you kind of look at it more, you realize this is like a ranger captain's attire with like the hood, and a strap on the back to hold your bow so that you don't have to unstring it, and then like restring it over your chest, so it kind of attaches more kind of like sideways. And it's very dark and kind of earthy tones. You could, if you want to, you could like cut a hole for where your horns go on the hood.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Knife is already out.
Not quite big enough. Yeah, but you guys have some nice clothes now. Will it help Who knows? But, you at least look good and you feel good about it.
Don't you two just look so adorable? Alright, let's go ahead and split up and take care of some business.
To defeat the Huns.
So, Anzu, as the other three are leaving, you finish putting the nice little finishing touches on the watch, and you hear a nice tick noise as it's keeping time. And you see it's keeping time in, with your ingenuity, it's keeping time in 3 different time zones at the same time. So, yeah, it's pretty nice.
Mountain, Central, and Pacific.
Wow.
Exactly.
I should try to sell these eventually.
Possibly, quite
He
possibly.
retires as a watchmaker.
Honestly, that would be kind of cool. I could see Anzu doing
Actually,
something with that.
And in Anzu's lore, his parents are watchmakers.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah, that's why he's so good at this.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Finding all this extra.
Oh yeah.
4
His
years
parents
later.
are watchmakers, and they didn't want him to be a wizard at all.
We
But
just
he was
never
like, "I'm
asked
gonna go with
about Anzu's parents because it was it was like a millennia ago when they existed. So
Yeah,
They're probably still alive.
they could technically still be alive, but
what
it's
the hell?
unlikely.
We just end up at Anzu's parents' house for
Well, now
dinner.
we gotta track down.
Yeah.
Screw
Forget about the
everything
main
else.
mission.
We're going and we're getting a dinner with Anzu's parents.
Full party
world just
episode.
It's These beach episode.
They take us to Denny's for dinner.
No,
Oh,
Johnny's.
dude, fucking hangover breakfast, bro.
Fuck
So, which house would the 3 of you like to go after first?
yeah. Which one, Zygon and Cirrus? Which one of them do you guys want to try to talk to? Metalwork, law, or the miners in the quarry?
That does
I'll
not
talk
matter.
to the metal workers.
Okay. I could possibly talk to Law, unless Cirrus, you think your speech may work on Law better than the miners. I can talk to Law then, and then Cirrus, you will talk to the miners in the quarry when we get there.
Okay. So, you guys kind of ask around a little bit. You ask a few of the carvers for help. And they're not unfriendly, but they're not the nicest people to talk to. You can kind of tell from the way the city is run is that the carvers are kind of not feared, but you don't really want to mess with them. You can also tell they wear like these dark maroon uniforms with these large chest plates, bronze chest plates across their chests that have this weird like scarred look to them.
Mm-hmm. Does I wanna test out a little bit of like trying to bribe them a little bit. So
Okay.
it would if like 1 or 2 of them, like I tried maybe giving them a little bit of gold. Does that kind of work a little bit better? Are these dwarves kind of in that same realm of loving gold that much?
That is not okay, Caleb.
Jacob, would you
You
say
did
that
racism.
I'm currently watching the Hobbit series, so that's just in my head.
Wow, one group of dwarves ruins the whole bunch, huh?
one bad
Wow.
apple?
Isn't it
something?
based on it though?
Hey, Jacob,
Wow. Yes.
would you say the carvers they cut to the chase?
Yes.
They are pretty brief from your conversations with them. So Animus, what are you trying to bribe them to do?
It would just be like, is it easier to... So, like, instead of just walking up asking them questions, like, walking up and, like, kind of asking them questions, and if they're kind of, like, about it, like, I'll be like, and here's a piece of gold for your trouble, just to make sure you know that we're serious about this question. That kind of, like, not bribing, like, oh, we're trying to do something sneaky, like, more like, do they
Would you
respond
say that
well?
they're short with them?
Okay. So, as you guys are making it into the heart area of the city, there's a checkpoint that you guys have to cross. and you see two carvers kind of standing at this checkpoint. Kind of, most of the people they just wave through because they know them. Most of them, a lot of people are coming out of the slab, or the pit because the work is over for the day. It's getting around 5 now. But you see two of them kind of clock the three of you, and one's like, come on over.
I would like to just keep walking like I know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, don't acknowledge.
So as you're walking, as two of you are walking, you feel a hand reach out and grab you by the back of the pants. And you see one dwarf is currently holding both of you. Now, gentlemen, I know you're probably new around here, but when one of us says to come on over, you come on over.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see all the way down there.
Oh, this is not
I
gonna
thought
help.
you were talking.
That's a lovely way to start this conversation.
I thought you were talking to behind us anyway. Oh, I'll go over.
You see that the little guard station over there? How about you two just go on over there and wait
Yep.
while I talk to your more civilized friend? As soon as I did that, he started having a conversation.
Go ahead.
That's funny.
Sorry. Go
Dinner time.
Go stand by your friend over there. That's what he said.
Yeah. So you guys go over, and this carver walks over to you, Animus. Got two of your compatriots trying to get past the checkpoint.
Oh yes. Sorry about that. We aren't actually from this area, and
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
yeah.
It's like high school, and like the
yeah.
friends get in trouble, and we're like staring at each other, trying not to laugh.
I've made my first mate's outfit look as nice as pot, like real clean in that hour that we were sitting there. We're actually from Amon, and in the past year or so, our group has been able to rise up the ranks pretty well, both in, I'll cut to the chase. We aren't used to getting stopped, so I apologize for that.
Oh, I'm sorry that you're so hoity-toity that you're not used to being stopped, but I want to let you know here in Kraghammer we do things a little different.
Of course,
Funny
of course.
because they're carvers, and you cut to anyway.
Zach, it was a good joke, but it was good.
We're going on. Caleb made the joke.
Would I be able to pay you for the troubles here, or do you want us to just kind of go on our way?
I just want you to know that if someone tells you to stop, you stop.
Of course.
And I don't know how they do things in Amon, but here we don't take too kindly to bribes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. You never know who you're dealing with and stuff. But that is very honorable of you. So I will make sure we stick with the laws that you guys put out here, and we will listen to the carvers.
What's your reason for coming down here?
We're here actually to talk.
In the world.
He looks at you. He's like, no, seriously, what's your reason for being down here?
He's not exactly wrong, actually. We had a couple letters sent from the government of Amon last week, talking about a war to come. Kraghammer would be involved, whether or not you want to be involved. And so we're here to talk to the different houses to see who would be able to maybe help out.
Yeah, do you have anybody who can verify that story? Because right now I'm seeing 3 men. I don't know where they come from. Could be from Amon, could be from anywhere. And they're saying that they're some high and mighty's bigwigs. So unless you can produce some information that I can...
As it happens, I do...
Let me catch you off there.
Oh,
let me catch you off.
Wait, but I have this piece of paper before you cut him off.
Our wigs may be big, but we're on our way to talk to your boss.
This is not putting me in a
I'm sure
good...
he wouldn't like to be kept waiting.
This is a letter that was written, and it is signed and stamped by Mathis, who works for the government of Amon, as well as his...
I'm going to tell you right now, I have no idea who that is, and that could just be your uncle.
Okay, but
So-
if it's stamped by the government of Amon, I don't know how
Oh, yeah, I
else...
can't fake those, can you?
I
You
don't
think I was born yesterday?
Oh, God.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't. I was born Tuesday. No, I'm just kidding.
Congrats.
There's no such thing as Tuesday. And
Sir, if
Happy
you could
birthday.
just take this in to your boss, and we can maybe have a conversation with him.
Jurin's not one for wild, fantastical stories.
Not a wild, fantastical story. It's literally stamped by the government of Amon. Would it not be a little bit bad for you if the government
I'm
of
just
Amon
doing my job.
sent us here and you now are turning them away?
I haven't received any orders about any delegation.
I
from
understand that, and that's why I'm telling you to take this paper in there to match with
I'm
the
just
other
curious
paper he has,
Why
so
the
that we
three
can see.
of us are getting stopped when all these other people are just going?
Just walking
That's what I
through.
want to know.
Because
He doesn't like
Kraghammer-
fantastical stories. I don't like my time being wasted.
That's...
Well, I'm the one who decides who time's being wasted, and right now it's mine. So here's what I'm going to let you folks do. I want you to go over to that guardhouse, and you're going to stay over there. I'm going to take this piece of paper, and I'm going to go give it Jurin. Now, if Jurin says that you ain't supposed to be here, we're going to have to go down to the pit.
Okay.
I'd be a lot more scared if I were you.
I-
Anyway.
I am visibly scared.
Anyway, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands here of Durin. And he's going to make sure you guys don't go nowhere. Alright? And if your story checks out, I'm more than happy to let you go through.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, and Captain, the reason these other people are going through is because I know who they are. I don't know who you are.
Oh, so we're just playing favorites here. Okay.
It's not called favoritism. It's called facial recognition. I'm not sure if you know that wearing that
Really
eye
seems
patch.
like that power went all the way from your toes to about my kneecaps
Oh.
and went to your head.
I so highly regret opening those bottles of champagne.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go take care of this. You folks go ahead and wait on over there, Dern. And we'll see if your store checks out.
Guys, when we're talking to the guy, I need you to let me try to do it, and then you guys will have your turns to then try. But if we talk shit on them right away, it's a very less likely chance that they're
We
going
were just
to assist us.
Fat,
I
bro.
don't know my time. We're here to talk to the head guy. Why are we talking to these little fish?
I know.
The dragons.
I understand it's annoying, but dwarves... I'm, stage whisper, Jacob.
Yeah.
Stage whisper.
Sage whispers. I'm about to say something stereotypical.
They're very much showing that they are more for their kind and don't like outsiders right now. So what we need to do is just try to play a little smart right now. I know.
Wow.
We're playing for our strengths right now. The fact that we do have the government of Amon backing us, and that we do have a real war situation coming up, and that this will involve them. These are all facts. So talking to them in a manner of respect, especially when it comes to the law, in this case, Glorindar. I don't know, what was his name, Jacob? The main guy? The boss?
Jordan.
Jurin
Jurin.
Glorindar.
Okay.
Jurin. Jurin.
Okay.
I was hoping it spelled Duran.
Jurin.
I had a plethora of jokes. Just
Primed and ready to go. Also, the guard that you guys were left with, you see Dern. He has kind of like this ring hairstyle. So you see like one ring and then another ring, kind of like a bullseye almost, on his head, and then a very nice beard that's braided into 5 cords, and then the rest of the beard is kind of left to kind of go.
Hey, Dern,
You see,
you ever play Go Fish?
I haven't played it with any prisoners before.
We're not prisoners. Why are you saying that we're prisoners?
Do you have any fives?
I thought
Well,
you
I
was
mean-
unreasonable.
We're just here
Well, if you're at my guard station, then that means that we're holding you for questioning.
not for questioning. He's going to make sure.
Well, yeah, but that means you're prisoners, right?
No. Are we under arrest or are we being
Um,
detained?
That sounds like the same word.
It's not
No.
like the same word.
Just to be safe, I'm going to say that you're my prisoners, and that if you go anywhere, I'm going to have to stab you.
Can we play go fish?
Sure.
I pull out a deck of cards and I start dealing to all four of us. Darren, do you have any fives?
Okay, about 30 minutes later. About 30 minutes later, you see.
He finally responds with, "No, I don't have any files." Go for it.
It's like. You guys see the other the guard that stopped you come up. All right, well, Jern didn't know what you were talking about, but reached out to some of the other houses, and they apparently got your messages.
Okay, thank you.
So, here's what I'm going to do. I will take you to Jern, and Jern will hear you out.
Okay.
I can make no promises.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to seek an
Also, House Thunderbrand ain't too happy that y'all are here.
audience. Why is that?
Why?
Apparently, there's some sort of blood feud going on between Cornelius and a feller by the name Anzu.
Oh, he's not. He's just here with us. We're not actually with him though. Like we're all from
Listen,
a Mon,
listen.
but we're not.
You don't gotta tell me nothing, all right? But the less I know, the better. But what I'm telling you right now is that unless your acquaintance wants to live, I would suggest not going to House Thunderbrand. They are not happy with him. Apparently, there's some sort of scorned love sort of thing.
Oh no! Did he?
And I don't know. All I know is that Cornelius Thunderbrand is not a man that you want to make mad.
Does he like
Cornelius was talking to Linares in the bar, and Cornelius was talking about his old history he had with Linares, which was a romance, but Linares chose Anzu over Cornelius. And we just sent Anzu to talk to Cornelius.
And Anzu knew all that.
It's his funeral.
Anzu doesn't care. He actually would probably think it's funny. So,
It's
like,
like Anzu won. I don't know.
yeah, exactly.
He's gonna go glow.
Anzu doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but you know what? We're not gonna win. That guy's helping the war, so
That's fine.
They're just magic and all things magic.
Honestly.
Who needs them?
I also would like to apologize. We recently had some smugglers come through, and the Jern was kind of getting on to us about it, so I was just wanting to cross my T's and dot my I's.
no, of course, it's all good. You did your job, and that's all you can do. So
I'm Valky, by the way.
Valky, how do you spell it, Jacob?
Valki.
Exactly as it sounds.
I spell phonetically, guys, as do most fantasy writers. Just think about it. If you think about it for 5 seconds, almost every fantasy writer writes phonetically. It's like, how does this sound when I say it? That's how it's spelled.
Well, Valky, thank you, and lead the way.
Yeah. So, a few things about Jern.
Yep.
Jern's kind of best way to describe her is she's kind of up in the clouds, if you know what I mean. No.
Okay.
When you say up in the clouds, are you saying like a dreamer style person?
I
Drug?
mean, you can interpret it however you want.
I'd like you to interpret it for me before I get there, though.
I suspect that Jurin did receive your letter, but she lost it somewhere on her desk. That kind of person. She's a master of the law, one of the greatest law bearers we've ever had. But I mean, a real credit to her house. But she wasn't meant to be the head of the house. That was supposed to be her older brother, but he went into the Underdark a few years ago trying to find some sort of scepter, and he never came back.
Oh.
So
have they sent people to look for him?
Oh, we did a few. But by the 5th time, nobody came back. You know, we thought, oh, well, you know, if they come back, they come back. If they don't, they don't.
Does she enjoy being in this position? Like,
I mean, she likes it enough. She's not all morose about it or nothing. But, you know, she, before this, she was a poet. So, you know, she sometimes gets a little creative. And she's been on this big kick to kind of expand us out further. You know, she's wanting to found some colonies in some of the other mountain ranges.
Does she still write poetry?
Tal'Dorei. Oh, I'm sure she does. See, I'm kind of close to Jern, but not, you know, poetry close.
Okay.
But she's been kind of receiving some blowback from some of the other houses on wanting to expand. House Thunderbrand and House Greyspine aren't super big on going outside. They believe that we should go below. But you know, I'm just here to keep peace.
Greyspine and Zerthum, you said?
No, the Thunderbrand house.
Oh, Thunderbrand and Greyspine. Yeah.
For some reason, may or may not have to do with your acquaintance. Cornelius isn't too big on the outside. Believes that we should kind of stay, within ourselves.
Whatever Cornelius and Anzu have, I'm sure they can clear that up today when Anzu gets there.
Well, all I know is that I've notified the other guards and the carvers to know that if there's any explosions over by House Thunderbrand, that it's just a little spat.
Yeah, it honestly could start on either side, especially with possibly a woman being involved. So, anyways, well, thank you for letting us know a little bit about Jern.
Of course. Now, you said you're going after all the houses?
Us three are all attempting to talk to Bronze Grip, Glorindar, which is why we're here, and Greyspine.
Well,
Take notes.
Oh boy.
I would caution letting the houses know that you've been talking to each of them. When the houses have their big meetings, they tend to like to surprise each other with some information. It's kind of a game they like to play. Most of them have known each other for a while now.
So
except for Jern, she's part of a younger generation.
What if they all knew about the war, but then they all got a little bit of extra information?
Well, see, I'm kind of up there in the carvers, you know. I'm a little bit higher connected. I don't know what you mean when you're talking about war. The only thing that we've really heard about is that there's some unrest going on in Western, but that's mainly because some of our merchants have come back and told us.
Of course, yes.
But this whole idea of a war, not really something that we even really care about, honestly.
Okay. That's going to be a hard one to get past, then.
Durin might be receptive, though. She, like I said, she's wanting to do expansions.
Of course. And if she's into poetry, she's obviously been put into a position she didn't expect to have. She's also trying to expand out. She's got a lot on her plate in the past few years, so maybe there's some things we can help each other out with.
we'll see. I don't know. Good luck.
Thanks.
We're actually right here is where you're wanting to go. So you see a large building that has been carved into the side of this mountain. You see in front there's a statue of a dwarf with a large hammer that's pointed down, and you see two scales that are kind of like constantly moving back and forth. Now, what you want to do here is go to the third floor.
Third floor.
Jern's office is on the right.
On the right.
She might not be there. I told her you're coming, so I think she wanted to hang around. But Jern's kind of
Yeah. Of course.
So she might have forgotten, or she might have remembered something else that she had to do. But yeah, just keep your head on straight. Sometimes she can kind of go off on tangents. I find it best to kind of remind her of what's going on. But yeah, I hope y'all can be lucky here. If you need anything, just carvers know who you are now, so they'll probably not give you too much of a hard time. If you go down to the slab though, the pit,
Gray Spine.
Be a little bit. We don't have as much of a presence down there.
Okay.
So be a little bit more mindful.
Is there anything before we leave about the bronze grips or the gray spine that may help my colleagues here maybe have a better conversation?
Cobble's a pretty old man.
Is that gray spine?
Yeah, Cobble Gray Spine. He's kind of set in his ways. So, and also, you really don't need to get all the houses. It's a democratic vote of the houses. So if you can get 3 of them, you should be fine.
Right. Well, once again, though, it's us 3 getting 3 houses, and Anzu the other 2. So our chances here.
Well, I hope one of them isn't. I hope one of them doesn't want to smear his guts across the floor like Thunderbrand does.
And it looks like we have our work cut out for us. But so and you said Gray Spine's more of someone who wants to not expand. He wants to build down.
He's just really set in his ways, When you get up into your 300s,
very traditionalist kind of.
Things start to move kind of slower, and not to sound stereotypical, but we dwarves can sometimes get we're around rock so much that sometimes I think we adopt the traits of it, and kind of get all firmed up in our beliefs.
Of course. All right.
Yeah, if you need something, he's always willing to make a deal.
Okay.
If
always
he finds it beneficial.
Always willing to make a deal, Zach. What about the bronze grips?
I don't know too much about him. I'm not stationed over there, But Farron's kind of like his wife passed a few months ago, so he's been kind of sullen since then. But I don't know. I don't know too much about him, to tell you the truth.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. We will head up to the 3rd floor, go to her office, and see if she is here.
Good luck.
Thank you for your help.
All right. So you guys go into the building. You navigate where.
We walk away.
He's like, you guys make it up there, and you hear this kind of high-pitched singing coming from the office. The door is slightly open. You see there's a receptionist at the front. He's kind of got frazzled hair, and he seems also kind of like an artist. You see him kind of sketching as you guys approach. Hi, how can I help?
What's he sketching?
Make a perception check.
15?
he's sketching like a like a marble statue that he's wanting to kind of plan out. And you see it's like a mermaid like cresting out of the water.
Very, very nice sketch you have there. Do you also do the carvings?
Yeah, I do. I've been saving up money to buy myself some marble. Yeah. What can I? And he kind of shoves everything into his desk and kind of makes sure it's all clean. How can I help you?
Oh, sorry. What is your name? That was my fault. I'm just jumping in on what you were doing.
It's Fife.
Fife. Fife. Yep. Classic. We are here to talk to Jurin. We were just sent up by Valky.
Now, are you one of these? And he starts like pulling. You see like these like notes that he's like pinned to a corkboard on his side, and he starts pulling them down. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
You know,
it's. Oh wait, is it that? Wait, are you here for?
From Amon.
Are you the traveling circus?
No, we're from Amon.
Traveling circus.
Government.
Oh, are you the cheesemongers from Amon?
I wish, but no, we're from the government of Amon.
I got one that says Meat Man. Are you guys the Meat Man?
No, but
Love the Meat Man.
Can I take out like?
You know the Meat Man? I've been wanting to meet him. His exhibitionist art is amazing.
Interesting. He got into exhibition. You know, we saw.
He's been doing it for years. Have you not seen his art?
No, I've only ever tried his meat.
He cobbles together different types of meats, and he sews them all together, and makes animals out of them.
Oh my god! And then does he cook them afterwards?
I don't know. I've never been there for it.
He just. Oh man, I'd have to buy one of those just to cook it up and like put it on display. That'd be insane. I know I'm
a big fan. If you could get his autograph for me,
next time.
Just say Fife, his biggest fan. Really admires his meat.
Okay. Well, next time I'm in Whitestone, I will try to do that for you. No, we're from the government of Amon, and we are. Stop.
I'm trying so hard not to break.
Stop. We're from the government of Amon. The signatures on the list should be Animus and Mathis and a woman's name that I can't remember right now, Jacob. I always forget
in
her
the
name.
Background. Can I start juggling shit out of my backpack? Just
make a acrobatics check.
Yep. Oh boy, that's not good. That would be a 12.
So you start juggling knives, and one of them it slips and it into the desk, and Five kind of.
No, we're part of the circus. I'm practicing, and.
Would you maybe not do that while you're in here, please?
I try to catch it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And Valeria. Valeria is the other name on the.
Valeria.
Should be stamped with a big, red stamp from Amon.
I think she came by a few days ago.
You know, he also just told Jurin that we were coming up.
Oh, Valky?
Just told Jurin that we were coming up.
Oh, you're those people.
What do you mean, those people?
Well, Valky said that there were some ne'er-do-wells who said that they were here to see Jurin.
Of course.
And then Jurin said that she may or may not know about that, but, they're probably fine people. And then they had a whole conversation about policing, and that was a long one. And then Valky left. So I guess, I'll go tell her that you're...
Of course, yes.
You can go in. The singing stops. He comes back.
Was it good singing?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
we'll leave that alone.
No. He comes back. Yeah, she's ready to see you.
We'll go right in. Thank you. Jacob, when I walk in, I want to look around. Does she have any of her, like, is there any work in there? Like, is there any, like, poetry, like, that she's put out?
You see books of art, poetry, law just skewn throughout. It looks like a hoarder's, like, situation. Like, just piled to the ceiling. Her desk is just covered in, like, scraps of paper and books and all sorts of stuff. And you see her head kind of poke around the stacks. Well, hi!
Hello there. It is nice to finally meet you.
It's so nice to meet all you. And she comes around. You see she's kind of small for a dwarf, in all honesty. Like, she's kind of more like halfling size.
Okay.
Small for a dwarf is small. I saw you.
It's like three. It's like 3 foot instead of like 4.5 feet.
Yeah. You see a little bit of peach fuzz on her chin. She looks a little disheveled. Her hair is like all sorts of messed up. Like, looks kind of like a bird's nest sort of situation. Yeah. So Valky said you're coming.
Yeah.
What can I do you for?
So to start off, let me introduce myself. My name is Animus. This over here is Cirrus, and on my right, on this side, is Captain Zygon. We are all representatives from Amon.
Oh, a captain? What are you a captain of?
Just anything, really.
Well, there was a ship, and yeah, now it just kind of sticks, and now I'm just a captain.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Captain, and nice to meet all of you.
Pleasure to meet you, Jurin.
I was digging around in my papers, and and then she pulls a piece of paper out, and you see like a Jenga tower of just a stack of papers just flies onto the floor. Well, shoot. I'll clean that up later.
Oh,
I found this. So, y'all say there's a war?
So yes, this is something that. Let me start a few months back. Just to explain.
Now, I do have to tell you, I have a poetry reading in about an hour.
Of course. I won't. I'll try to make this not too long.
If we can kind of move this along, and you see, she's kind of like half paying attention to what you're saying, half sorting the papers that fell over. Like, she is like very, very scattered.
Right.
But yeah, you were saying, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, of course, yeah. So there is a war coming. That is something that has been looked at by the government of Amon, as well as down in the south and a couple other cities to the east. It has already affected Western, if you've heard of that, and it has.
Oh yeah, awful situation.
And it has also affected Whitestone, if you have heard about the more recent devastation there. These are all aspects of the war coming. And so what we're here today to do, including this piece of paper, is proving what kind of enemy we're up against. And also showing that it will not just affect a couple cities, it will affect the entire world. So no matter if Kraghammer wants to be involved or not, you will be involved, unfortunately. But we wanted to come to you personally to ask if there's any way we could get your alliance in this war.
Well...
Oh my goodness, what is this? Is this a poem that you wrote? I looked for something that very obviously would have been written by her.
Oh, yeah, that was my study on orange.
Interesting.
I was trying to find a word that rhymes with orange, and there's a few in Infernal, but most people don't speak that, so I found that it was probably the best
you're talking about, and then I'm going to say a couple words in Infernal that would rhyme with orange.
That would rhyme with orange? Yeah.
There's one in Abyssal as well, and I'll say that
I don't
word.
Speak it myself, but...
Have you tried Doorhinge?
Doorhinge?
No, I did think about Doorhinge. It's in the poem, actually.
Interesting.
This smashed an orange with a door hinge.
That's a good one right there. You sound...
Yeah, it's kind of like a slam sort of thing.
No, it sounds like you...
Sorry.
It sounds. It looks like you're very good at what you do. Sorry, not to get off topic. But the war. So there's a war coming, and
well, gentlemen, I would love to help you. but I'm sure you've already known that I'm just one of the houses.
Yes.
And y'all are going to need more than me.
Of course, and we actually came to you first.
But if you want my support, I'm going to need a little bit of help too.
Okay.
So, I've been recently trying to get a contract to build a colony up in the Seashell, northwest of Amman. And we've just been hitting a lot of roadblocks with that. So I would support you if you could assure me that our colony would be okay.
Up in where is that?
Seashell Mountains. It's northwest of Amman.
Assuring it would be okay. What do you mean by that?
Well, we would need the government of Amman to okay the colony and then agree to any precious metals or other natural resources that we acquired while excavating for our new city would be solely ours.
Is there any possibility that a small payment could be given to Amon to take over that area, like a finder's fee?
Well, I'm doing this more of a courtesy, technically, because the Seashell is not owned by any one government, as I have demonstrated in a lot of my briefings to the council.
Of course.
But if we could have that, that'd be real nice.
I can definitely talk to the government of Amman, and we can try to see if we can get them to allow...
Now, do y'all know when our next house meeting is?
No, do you know?
I do. It's in about 3 days.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So, y'all have about 3 days, or I'm not going to support this.
Okay, that's...
Because, in all honesty, gentlemen, there's very little evidence of this so-called war that you're talking about. We've heard minor reports. We've sent out a few of our scouts, and they can't seem to find nothing. I mean, we have received reports that Singorn has disappeared.
What?
Oh yeah. Singorn is kind of a special case. They have the ability to leave this plane. You being as someone from Feywild, I'm sure you know, and she points over to you, Cirrus, and you realize you did not volunteer any of that information. She somehow knows. But sometimes Singorn in high stress situations teleports itself to the Feywild. And it appears they've done that.
So
they did it a few hundred years ago too.
So let me put this together real quick to try just to show that this war is coming. So the first place that started in Whitestone, of course, the explosion that was an attack by this group, and the second place. Oh my gosh! What is this? I pick up another poem.
Oh, that is a poem I did when my brother went missing.
Wow, that is just a brave poem. Is it good, Jacob?
Read it.
I read the poem.
It's pretty good. It uses iambic pentameter, so it's almost like kind of like a singing sort of thing. Okay. Very Shakespearean.
So this is so good. I know a little bit of the feeling of what you may have gone through. I can't get to the place where I lost my family, and that's what I'm trying to currently do within my mission of also stopping this war. But
well, I greatly appreciate that. Now, have you ever heard the expression "quit buttering my biscuit"?
No, of course, yeah, sorry. Anyway, the war.
I'm just going to be really direct here, okay? It does not matter to me or any of the other houses whether there is a war going on or not. We, all together, collectively feel that the other civilizations of Taldore have neglected us. And as such, we would like to stake our claim on some of the land that is not currently being used.
That's fair.
That is only the sentiment of a few of the houses. House Thunderbear and House Grayspine, as I'm sure Valky told you, because he is just a chatterbox, let me tell you. They believe that we should expand downward. I believe we should expand outward. And if that requires force, we will protect ours.
Can you not do both? Would you not be able to both have them go downwards and all the other three go outwards?
We do not have the resources nor the technology to function independently of each other. That is one of the key constructions of the 5 houses of Kraghammer.
So what if there was a company that could help supply part of the expenses? That was an independent company.
Expense is not the... It's more, we want to be able to build without threat of war.
Right.
But we would defend ourselves if there was one.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, gentlemen, if you can get me the assurance that we can build in the seashell within 3 days, I'm more than happy to support you. But if you can't, Kraghammer is not behind you.
And is this a sentiment from just you, or are we going to have to go to the other 2 houses and figure out what they want as well?
Oh, I'm sure they'll want something too.
Of course.
However, I have a way with some of them. So, if you get them on board or not, doesn't super matter. You just need to get this deal done. Oh, but if you don't go to them and they find out that you didn't, there's gonna be a problem.
Well, we're going to them, so it's okay.
Now, gentlemen, is there anything else I can help you with?
No, we will be able to get this done, hopefully, in the next 3 days.
Good, good. Now, Fife will see you out, and if you see the meat man, because I was listening in a little bit on your conversation. If you see the meat man, please don't mention Fife to him. Fife's a little, you know, he's a little too into the meat man. I'm a little worried about it.
He's got good meat. I'll give him that.
He does have good...
Oh, he does?
Well, he sells questionable meat because you never know what animal it's from. But it always tastes good, and it's never made us sick.
I've seen his hodgepodge art exhibitions. I saw him make a horse out of 7 different animals. That was
That's something.
that was an experience, let me tell you.
Interesting.
But if you need anything else, just let me know. Now, I have a poetry reading to get to.
Of course. Thank you so much for your time, Jern.
Of course. Y'all have a nice night. And if you want to, you can come by and you can tell the doorman that Jern's guest's honor, and I'm sure they'll let you in.
Of course. Well, we're going to try to get to one of the other houses, but if we can make it to one of those, I definitely will.
Oh, I'd hurry. Cobble doesn't like being disturbed after 6.
Okay, so Cobble next.
I mean, I guess so. What time is it? Oh, no. And she immediately starts grabbing all of her paperwork and her poems and stuff, and then she just bolts out the office.
I think it's time time to leave.
Yeah.
That was a tough one to get out.
Only we had a pocket watch.
Speaking of pocket watches, Anzu.
Segways.
Segue. So, Anzu, you ask around and you kind of consult the map. You're going to House Zerthum first, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you kind of ask around and you eventually find that they are actually in the arch, overseeing new construction. So you kind of go around. A few of the carvers, you notice about 15 minutes into your walk, the carvers are kind of tracking you, and eventually one of them comes up. Excuse me, are you Anzu's hook?
Yes, I am.
It's nice to meet you, sir.
I was instructed by Captain Valky that I was to escort you to House Zerthum.
Yes, that would be a pleasure.
Yes. My name is Akith. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you notice a few things about Akith. He's got burn scars across his face from the bottom of his chin up to like just below his left or his right eye. And he kind of talks with you assume kind of mild lung damage, kind of like a smokier voice.
But I was instructed to take you there, sir. So if you'd follow me, we can get you there.
Thank you very much.
I also like your regalia, sir. It's very fancy.
Oh, thank you very much. I try to be stylish and hip with the times.
Yeah, my kids have been saying that I need to update my wardrobe too, but you know, I mainly just wear my carver's uniform and
Oh. Maybe one day I could get you in touch with my stylist.
Ooh,
She's very shrewd and
appreciate
mean.
that. I'd very much appreciate that, sir. I have been trying stuff with my beard though, and you notice his beard is like half blue, half pink, and then there's like this big white streak through it, and you realize he's probably a little bit older than you first thought, but he's trying to maybe it could be that he's trying to stay young, or it could be, you know, he's just trying something new. But he's a little different from the other carvers that you've seen. How are you liking Kraghammer, sir?
No, I like it quite a bit. It's been a while since I've been here. Warmer than I remember last time.
Yeah, we recently opened some new geothermal vents because it was kind of the mountain was starting to get a little bit colder, so we wanted to kind of get it a little bit warmer in here. But I think we're gonna close them off soon as the spring kind of draws through, you know. Is there anything? You say you've been here before. Are you familiar with the Zerthum?
Not particularly.
Well, Barnacus is a little bit of a short-fused kind of man. Big on craft, though. But I would suggest whatever you have to say, keeping it kind of short. He's been a little stressed lately with the new proposals that he's trying to get through the council.
And how are his views on Cornelius?
Oh, on Master Thunderbrand?
Yes.
I don't know, sir. I don't know the inner workings of the houses too much. But Cornelius seems like a fine enough fellow. But I don't know. House Thunderbrand and House Glorindar are pretty close, but the other houses kind of keep themselves until the meetings, and then if they have to work together, they do.
Very well. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. If you need anything, just let me know. But yeah, just the carvers know you now, sir, so they won't give you any hard time.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And you guys eventually arrive to what looks like this giant construction area. You see a few dwarves that are like in harnesses that are kind of chiseling away at this rock. And you see them all wearing like these like big helmets. A few of them wearing like special glasses so that they can kind of see the layout of the rock.
And then standing at the base, overlooking a table, is this bald, like cue ball head, really long beard that has like singe marks all over it from like welding and blacksmith and kind of like that sort of thing. And you see him, he's kind of like red in the face, and you see him barking orders at one of the dwarves, and he runs off and goes and yells it to the crew that's working on the wall. That's Barnacus Zerthum over there, sir. Like I said, you probably want to keep things a little short.
Oh, I'm good at that.
All right, sir. I assume you know where House Thunderbrand is, so I'll leave you to your work. Good luck. And you see Akith starts to walk away. What are you doing?
I'm gonna get out my trinkets and going up to Barnacus.
Okay. So you see him just shouting at people, and he's like, "That's not where that's supposed to go. I told you 5 minutes ago where that was supposed to go. Not over there, over there. How hard is it to work with chisels? I was doing it when I was 4. He starts yelling, just like full on like Disney cartoon, like head like gaining steam like a thermometer. And then he sees you. What?
Oh, it's okay. I'm here to keep it brief. I did bring you some gifts, though. I figured an architect like you would appreciate some gnomish tinkers.
You think that I would appreciate gnomish design?
Well, I would hope so. I made these with my own hand. Look, this one keeps track of time in 3 different time zones. And this
Who
one
are you?
plays music. My name's Anzuzo.
You're not part of that group that Cornelius is wanting to get rid of, are you?
Unfortunately, I am.
Great. Well, I know your little spiel is here to talk about some war. Get it over with. I've got work to do.
Well, that's about it. There's a war, end of the earth, typical fairy tale things.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Yep, pretty much.
He starts looking at the pocket watch you've made. This is pretty nice craftsmanship.
Oh, thank you.
But one of the gears is out of sync. And he takes the back off, and you can see one of the gears is slightly turning slower than it should. So one of the times is off a little bit. And then he kind of pushes it back in place and kind of fixes it there. There. Fixed it. I do appreciate the craftsmanship, though. I think I've seen some of these before in some of the trade shows. Now, Mr. Zuka, your reputation is pretty well known, so I'm going to just cut to the chase. I will support you, mainly because it'll make Cornelius insanely mad. And that's something I live for.
This is great. Yes, yes.
However, I want a little something in return.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know this, but Kraghammer's running out of space.
Oh, yes.
As you can see, we're digging into this wall right now, trying to build a new hospital. So, I would very much appreciate it if you could get the land rights to the seashell.
The seashell.
Yes, it's a mountain range northwest of Amman. Now, what I'm saying is I want these rights for me and me alone. None of the other houses need to know about it.
Oh, well.
I've had a few of my workers go out there, and they've discovered that there's a rich vein of obsidian in the bay that we're wanting to harvest. Now, I know this will probably put you out a little bit, so I'll make you a deal too. If you can get me these land rights, I'll cut you in 20%. But once again, none of the other houses can know about this.
And sorry, how do you plan on keeping this a secret from them?
Well, let's just say that I have some friends in high places. What do you say, Mr. Zook? Do we have a deal? Oh, and you have 3 days. That's when our next meeting is.
3 days. And what if the world ends before you're able to get your obsidian?
It won't.
You have 3 days.
Deal. He goes to shake your hand. Now,
I'll shake it.
Get off my construction site.
It was a pleasure.
I wish I could say the same. And that will be where we take tonight's break.
Huge.
Hey.
Huge. 2 down. 1 to go.
I mean...
Well, go ahead.
I mean, I know we have to still do the Amon thing, but, like, that's 2
conflicting deals.
They're not conflicting.
Yes,
It's
they
for,
are.
No, it's for Kraghammer to expand to the Seashell. They'd have the entire Seashell mountain range.
But the other guy doesn't want anyone else to know, so he can profit off of it.
Well, that's why I said 2 down, 1 to go. Because we only need 3 of the. We only need 3 of the 5.
No, what Hunter is saying is that Jurin's deal and Barnacus's deal conflict with each other because Barnacus doesn't want the other houses to know so that he can profit off of it without them getting the profit as well.
Oh, so they're not just going to share as a city the entire mountain range of the Seashell?
Why would they do that?
Because they're already sharing an entire city that's much smaller than.
And
the
you think
entire
they
mountain
enjoy
range.
that?
No.
All right. Well, I hate dwarves.
We're gonna go to break.
Hey,
we're back.
And we are heading
guys
towards
so
the Gray.
ravioli, right?
We're going to the
Yes.
Gray Spine Quarry
Ravioli
for Sirius
is
to,
a form of
to give
dumpling.
his speech
Give me the
on
ravioli.
however Sirius is going to get the Gray Spine guy
Ravioli
to
are dumplings.
join this alliance.
They are hot Italian dumps.
So for whatever reason, St. Louis City SC thinks that our nickname is the fucking toasted raviolis.
No,
Get
that's like something. That's something that
Get
St.
fucked.
Louis is like extremely known for.
I understand that, but nicknaming the fucking soccer team? Fuck off.
No matter which
You guys
side,
say this as you're walking the streets of Kraghammer.
Oh, Ravs.
no matter what
Fucking
your
toasted bread.
stance on, the Flagon Slayers do not condone any single person's.
The thoughts and views of Zach's are his alone.
Though I do not fully,
Correct.
though I don't fully
the Flagon
disagree
Slayers
with
do
him.
support that the ravioli is the Italian dumpling.
No, that is the thoughts and views
Yeah,
of Zach and
right.
Jacob.
No, that is the views of the Flagon Slayers.
I'll allow it.
And continue game.
So we're walking down the street.
Yes, talking about ravioli.
We find an Italian.
Gotta be good.
Jimmy's mom.
See, I told you guys when Abby isn't here, we were gonna just
We're
stuff
not
like
getting
this
it
was gonna
enough.
happen.
This happens when Abby's here sometimes.
Yeah, very
it's
rarely though, because Abby gives us that look of like, really. Anyway,
She gives us. She gives you the look, Jacob.
it's true. She does give me the look. It's like I'm like the dad of the family, and
You
I have
are.
to like rein in the kids. All right,
All
kids,
right,
let's get
kids.
back to it.
All right.
Okay, so you guys are headed towards the Gray Spine Quarry, which
Seriously,
is also called the Keystone Quarry.
it sounds like you have your work cut out for you, considering Jurin said that apparently her and the 2 other houses are fine with maybe supporting this, but the Gray Spine may not be. I believe in you, though. I believe in you.
You've got this, Cirrus.
You've got this.
Oh, boy.
Remember, he wants to dig down, and a
Dig down.
deal can be made with him.
A deal can be made. He wants to do a diggy do.
He wants to stay traditional in Kraghammer.
Traditional.
Keep digging down.
Kraghammer.
Deal can be made.
Digging for a deal. All right,
Ask
got
for
it.
deal. Yes.
Ask
Okay.
for deal. Digging for Kraghammer.
As you guys are discussing this, you eventually make it to the elevators that lead down into the pit. A short, cramped ride later, you make it into the pit, and this is a giant quarry. Like, there's a few houses here and there for some of the workers, but most of it is just like carved out. You see, like, it's been like strip mined essentially. There's dust just constantly in the air. You hear the sounds of machines just whirring in the distance, pickaxes, shovels, all sorts of stuff, just like this cacophony of noise going through the entire area. You kind of ask around, and you notice there's a lot less carvers here. There's like, you see maybe a dozen as you're going through here. But you eventually are directed on how to get to the Keystone Quarry. About half an hour later, you guys get there. And you see this large building that has these blue torches in it. That are kind of giving this kind of like eerie, kind of ghosty sort of vibe to the area. And it's kind of, you see this large building that's kind of like an offshoot of the quarry itself, adorned with like different metals and different sculpture and stuff like that. And you see the crest of House Grayspine. You see two guards, not carvers, standing in front of this large, like, brass gate.
So was this like in front of the house, like guards in front of the house?
Yeah.
Can I just kind of try to like knock on the door or something?
As you go to knock on the door, two spears cross in front of it. What do you think you're doing?
Jesus.
We're here to talk to...
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, good.
Can I make one?
Sure. All three of you can if you want.
Oh, boy.
I'm in front of a house. That's all I know.
31.
There's a big building, and there's spears, and there's
I
dudes.
got 5.
You think you hear a bird for a second.
Natural one. Natural one.
Zygon and Cirrus, you both hear this quack. Killing man.
Just a whack.
Was that a cave duck? Maybe. Who knows?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Animus, what'd you roll?
31.
21?
31.
31.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the stubble growing off their beards.
I'm watching it grow in slow motion.
So, few things weird about these dwarves. One, they've kind of got like sunken in eyes and kind of like leathery skin, and they do not have beards.
Oh, so I don't see the stubble.
Yeah, well, that was more of a joke. But you also, every once in a while, as they're kind of moving and you see the flicker of these torches kind of off of them, you notice that their eyes are red. Like the eye color is red.
Ah, are they Duergar?
They very well may be Durgar.
Right. There we go.
So Durgar are Underdark dwarves.
Oh.
I knew that, obviously.
Yeah, of course, both of you.
That was just for the audience.
That was for the memes, I know. But that one that said something, he's still looking at you and he's not blinking. What do you think you're doing?
I scramble. I kind of pull out like a little piece of paper. I've written a speech.
I don't take too kind to speeches.
Good afternoon. My name is Cirrus. I am a ranger with the Flagon Slayers, tribe 31.
You ever wonder what your guts look like, Cirrus? I could show you if you want.
That's quite alright. I appreciate it though. I was wondering, what house are we at? Which one are we at? Grayspine? Gracevine. I would like to talk to Mr. and or Mrs. Gracevine.
Wobble's not looking for visitors.
Well, I have a really good offer for them.
Oh, yeah?
Mm.
Let me hear it.
This is more of a private thing. There's things happening that are honestly there. It's above my pay grade. Not
Let
honest.
me say something to you, serious.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you don't start talking,
I'm talking
I
right
start
now.
cutting.
I'm literally talking right now to you. So there's there's passive guidance.
I just realized he has an Australian accent because he's from the world down under.
It's like whistling in the background.
Not blinking is making my eyes dry out.
Keep doing
I'm
it.
still trying to
Commit to
figure
the
out where
bit.
that duck came from.
Where's my... Quack!
He's still like fucking looking.
This is looking around for the cave duck.
So if you could let Mr. and or Mrs. Gracevine know that the Flagon Slayers are here to chat about some serious business.
I could maybe see if they'd see you,
That would be lovely.
but I wouldn't get me hopes up.
No, my hopes are certainly not up.
Okay. Be back in a bit.
Appreciate
You see, he kind of just fades into the shadow, and he just kind of disappears.
Can I look at the other one and...
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
My friend's a little too, generous. I'm gonna cut ya.
Oh, no, we don't need to do that. I take like a half a step back.
He pulls out, like, this really crude knife, and he starts getting closer and closer to you.
Ah, that looks very sharp.
It is. Sharper
yeah.
it myself.
Oh, nice. What stone did you use to sharpen that?
I didn't use a stone.
Oh, how did you...
I used a skull.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool. How did you use a skull to sharpen?
Come closer and I'll show you.
No, I'm more of like a not necessarily
And as he's
visual
getting
learner.
closer and closer, you eventually hear this cane hit the ground. Just... That's enough. Who are you?
I pull out my paper.
No written speeches, boy. Tell me who you are now before I have my friends gut you.
Good afternoon. My name is
and they both
Iris. No. I'm not. Shit. It's in my brain. I'm like looking at your eyeballs. Good afternoon. My name is Cirrus. I'm Flagon Slayers with Tribe 31. And I was wondering if you wanted to have a little chat about some current events that, well, not necessarily current, but future events that are coming in the very, very near and immediate future.
Let him in.
All right, cool. Thank you. I
But
appreciate it.
only him. The other two can't come.
They're with me.
Either you come in, or no one leaves.
Oh, all right. Well,
Seems like a fair compromise, right?
Captain.
We'll be out here
both-
with some great company.
You also both notice that Cobble is also a Duragar.
Captain and Animus, with your, especially
He won't be long.
with your permission, I would like to go with this gentleman here.
He might come back in all his pieces, or all his pieces might come back.
Remember what we talked about, Cirrus?
Yep. It's in my brain.
All right, so the gates open, and then they close behind him, and you guys can see his Cobble is slowly, with his cane, kind of walking back to the estate. With, oh yeah, and one of them's like,
Yeah, fucking go.
How about we play Go Run and we chase you before we got ya?
one of the guards picks up one of the cards and just. Okay. So
What was
Cobble walks with
Cobble?
you. Yeah, his
Cobble
name
as
is.
in stone.
Yes, Cobble is in stone. He walks with you, and you guys eventually get into his study, and you see everything is very low lit with like these blue flame torches. Everything is in like this hue of blue. You get the idea.
A very nice house you got here, Mr. Gracespine.
Thank you. It's been in my family for generations.
Oh, nice.
We've renovated a few places here and there, you know, with my complexion. We've had to kind of tone the light down a little bit.
Well, it looks great, let me tell you.
Thank you.
No problem.
So what can I do for you?
Yep. So, you know, I'm sure you've heard about this calamity, so to speak. That's coming up. That's coming up in the future, and myself and
you really need to talk faster.
Myself, Animus, and Captain Zygon are we're looking for a little bit of help because we've been tasked with saving the world and all that, and we were wondering if you and maybe some of the other houses around would like to help out and saving the world, so that all of us as a collective and the world might live a little bit longer, because that would be kind of cool. If
What's in it for me and my family?
You get to live longer.
As you can see, that hasn't been a problem.
Right, but I don't know if you understand the danger that we all as people and or creatures are. This is not this is a do or die, and mostly die kind of situation.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, I'm not. Nope, I'm not. I'm definitely not.
I don't mean Kraghammer either. I mean here.
Nope, I'm not from this house either.
Then what is it?
But
what's it to you?
I would like to live longer. And I think you as a gentleman would also like to live maybe just a few years longer. I don't know.
I'm gonna live longer than you.
I'm sure you are. I really am. But I think minutes longer than me, I don't think is quite as good as years or centuries longer than me. And if you and some companions would help us out, I think.
Have you talked to anybody else?
No, we have not. Nope. This is stop number one for us. I had this whole speech written, and I was very excited to do the speech. But you, as gentleman of yourself, told me to not read off speeches. So I'm just kind of hitting the
coming off
points.
The dome, as the kids say.
As the cool kids say these days, or something like that.
Okay, let me stop you there, kid. I'll help you.
That is.
I'm tired of these surface dwarves anyway.
That is much appreciated.
But you gotta do something for me.
Okay. What's the
let's just say a family heirloom has gone missing, and I need it back.
An heirloom, you say?
Been in my family for many, many hours.
Oh wow, it's a long time. What are we looking for here?
It's a scepter used by a priestess of Loth.
Scepter. Made from the priestess of...
Yeah, some of the other families have been trying to get a hold of it.
What other families are we talking about?
Oh, you know, those up there. But, I could use it better.
So where
Into, my ancestral home of the Underdark.
And it's in the Underdark right now. Okay. And
now our meeting's in 3 days, so I suggest you get a move on.
3 days. That's ooh, okay. Yep. Could we do maybe like 5? We
could do 1.
We could do 3. You know, 3's the
good idea.
3's a good number. And I'll give credit to you even for that idea of 3 days. 3 days is a good idea. I got that written in my schedule here now. So with the scepter, then you would be able to help us with saving the world and all of that.
Sure, whatever.
Yep. Okay, well, I think personally this has been a fantastic experience. I love the decor in this room here. The desk, beautiful. Furniture.
Get out of my house.
Here, you know, that's a great idea. Do I just walk out the door and then
go back where you came from?
Just the same route, and I'll go out
in reverse, but yes.
Do I have to walk backwards? You know, don't even answer
that.
I'll just
get out before I kill you.
You have a good day, Mr. Great Fine. Sir, it's fantastic. I'll see you later. Thank you very much. Do you want the door open or closed? Are you
Keep talking and I'll cut your tongue out. Move.
Okay, see you. Bye. All right, and I fuck off.
Just you guys see it's here. It's just.
Do you have any?
Let's go.
Do you have any 7s?
It throws you 2 7s.
I think we should go.
Whoa,
now.
Serious, wait. I'm about to
no,
win.
We're good.
I've never been this close. Zygon beats me every time.
We need to go now. We're good. We got it. We should.
All right,
and go.
I'll pick up the half the deck that's left, and then we can leave. They ate the other half.
It's like fuck. What is that? The Pogs, where you trade each other. We're fine. Let's just go.
Give them back to you in a few hours.
That's fine. Well, you can keep them. Honestly,
I've got an extra deck. Actually, here's the other half the deck, so you can play with other people.
You can play with yourselves. There you go. Look at that. You can
play with yourselves. Yes.
This is how games grow. You can show Mr. Cobble Gracespine how to play this game. I'm sure he would love it. And I'm like walking backwards. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm sure he'll have a great time with this game.
All right. So as you guys leave this stressful situation, Anzu, you're on your way to House Thunderbrand. So House Thunderbrand is one of the more ostentatious places. You eventually make your way there, and you see on the walls, you see a bunch of arcane runes that have been carved into the walls of the manor. You see like this stone wall that encases a garden, and then beyond that is the manor itself. You see an arcane lock is on the gate, but there are no guards.
I'll cast. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna cast knock on the.
So you cast knock, and the lock just fades away as the gates slowly open. Okay, what else? Are you going in?
Can I do like a check for traps, I guess, since all these
make an
rooms
investigation check. What'd you roll?
24.
Okay.
So begin looking around, and you see there are a few arcane traps that are kind of scattered throughout the area, but you can easily avoid them. As you make your way through the garden, you eventually get to this very large fountain that's in the center. And you hear thunder begin to crack and roll. As you look above you, storm clouds are forming inside of Kraghammer. They're all kind of like coalescing into this one area. And then in an instant, boosh, you see just a giant lightning bolt comes down. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
13.
The lightning bolt strikes you, and as you kind of feel the energy course through your body, as you take, let's see here. You take 21 points of lightning damage. So you kind of feel that, and then out of the shock of the bolt, you see your old friend Cornelius Thunderbrand standing in front of you. Anzu, I told you if you ever came back, I'd kill you.
Well, time to get started.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh.
No.
Oh, well, shit.
That's a good line, though, for Anzu. I guess let's do this. Jeez. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. This has been super, super fun. We hope to see you next week, and hopefully we see you next week. And yeah, we'll see you around. Have a good week.
Bye bye.